The O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 13 years running.
Thanks, Dan. With us, I'm Bill O'Reilly in the Weekdays at Bernie segment tonight. Well, most of the country is turning against Obamacare. The liberal zealots who support the program continue to make excuses.
These 14 million people that buy insurance on the individual marketplace, some of them are going to get these notices because they have, I can't use the S word, they have crappy insurance.
Part of what happened when the president said, if you like your plan, you can keep it, is that there was an assumption in the administration that people wouldn't like that plan.
Unbelievable. Joining us from Miami, the purveyor of BernardGoldberg.com, Mr. Goldberg. So we expect that kind of stuff from a liberal operation. I mean, that's what they do. But what about the mainstream national media? Have they been covering the story fairly, in your opinion?
Yeah, the so-called mainstream media have covered the disastrous rollout. They have covered the cancellation letters that people are getting. But they deserve no credit for finally doing their job. And the reason I say finally, Bill, is because I've done some research on this. And during the 3 years leading up to this, very, very few news organizations, only less than a handful actually, told us what was going to happen. They didn't warn us, and that's their job. What they did, when President Obama said, if you like your health care plan, you can keep it, they simply wrote it down. That's what stenographers do. That's not what journalists do. And now we have a situation where the president either had no idea what was in his own signature health care plan, so making him clueless, or he looked the American people in the eye and told us a story that wasn't true. Now, I don't know which it is. I have a suspicion as to which it is, but I don't know for sure which. You know what? I think he lied to us. I don't use the word lie.
Well, let's explore that because that's a very controversial.
Bill, let me just ask you a question.
Sure.
Several times tonight, you've said that he deceived us and he misled us.
Right.
Well, if that's true, and you said I don't like using the word lie, but if he deceived us and misled us, then he lied to us.
Well, it's a little bit more nuanced than that, and here's how I arrived at my opinion, and I could be wrong. I don't believe Barack Obama read the law, and I don't believe Dianne Feinstein read the law. I don't believe they read it, okay? I don't believe they know what the hell is going on, either of them. I believe that they are, like a lot of other Americans, very ideologically disposed to giving health care to everybody. And that's their goal. It's almost like me. I support the drone strikes, okay? Mm-hmm. So if somebody comes to me with evidence that civilians are being killed in the drone strikes, my rationalization is, what are they doing living with the Taliban and the Al-Qaeda guys? What are they doing around them? So they're dead. I'm not going to really lose a lot of sleep over it. It's the same mentality in Obamacare. Oh, so what? You can't keep your own health plan because this is so much better for the country. It's a rationalization that goes and that's what I think Barack Obama did.
Okay.
I don't think he knows what's in that bill.
If that's true, then there's a news story that the media is again missing. And that is, this is how liberals talk to everybody. You see, I know what's best for you. The insurance plan that you have is substandard. It's a crummy plan. It's, to use the president's word, you're underinsured. This is how parents speak to children. I know what's best because you're really not grown up enough to know what's best for you. This is how superiors. This is how it's liberal paternalism.
That's right.
Exactly.
Right.
This is how superiors talk to inferiors, and this is how this president talks to the American people. A Gallup poll came out today in which his approval ratings were only 40%, disapproval 53%. And obviously that's related to Obamacare. But I think it's more specifically related to the fact that many Americans believe he looked them in the eye and deceived them. And even the dolts out there, even the low information voters that don't know how many states there are in the United States, they won't tolerate that. They won't tolerate the president looking them in the eye, telling them a story that wasn't true. And I think that's what we're seeing now.
Especially when they're going to get hurt financially, all right? Especially when they are going to be paying for it. I have an interesting talking points memo on, I'm not going to give it away now, on what Bernie and I are discussing tomorrow on Tuesday and bringing in another politician who did almost what Barack Obama did, and then we'll discuss it. But Bernie, I think you're right on the mark about the liberal, we know best, and I don't think Americans are going to want that anymore. And it's becoming quite clear. Bernie Goldberg, everybody, Waters on deck. We sent him to a university the Daily Beast says could be the most permissive campus in America. Waters is next.